Eu nasci na verdade,
I was born in the truth.
inteirei mais
And
ou
when I
menos
was
uns
about
14 anos de
14, I
idade,
became a publisher.
eu me tornei publicador.
And when I was still 14,
E com
I
14
was
anos
no longer a publisher.
eu deixei de ser publicador. No começo da minha
I became a
adolescência,
thief and a
quis
drug dealer when I was a teenager around 15, 16 years old.
roubo com
When I
tráfico
was
de
older,
drogas.
I was
Depois
arrested.
que adulto eu fui preso,
I did a lot of bad things inside
fazia
prison.
muita coisa ruim,
I basically fought with everyone in there.
batia em quase todo mundo. Todo sorriso que a gente
Anything that would make us smile or any reasons we had to be happy in prison were short-lived. Your joy is gone because reality hit that you're in prison.
tava vendo que
When I saw that I was the reason that my situation kept getting worse and worse, I knew I had to change.
senti necessidade
I asked Jehovah for help, and then I remembered the account of Manasseh, who sacrificed his own children, and he was forgiven by Jehovah. That account really helped me to understand that there was hope for me, and that I could be forgiven. And then one day during inmate visitation, I saw a brother inside there, and I asked him if he was a Jehovah's Witness, and he said that he was. That's when I started my Bible study inside prison. After studying for 6 months, I was transferred to an open prison where I could work during the day and return to prison at night. Then that's when my situation hit rock bottom again. My situation was so bad that I came to the conclusion that it would be better to escape from there because if I didn't, I would die due to so much drug abuse. And that's what I did. At the first opportunity I had, I escaped. After I escaped, I was determined again to change, to ask Jehovah for help, and to go back to the meetings. I would smoke, cry, and talk to Jehovah all at the same time. Help me get out of this situation, because I know your name, and a person who knows your name can't use drugs. Sometime later, I found out about a group of brothers and sisters who met at a Kingdom Hall near my house. That's when I started attending the meetings again, and I stopped using drugs with Jehovah's help. And after some time passed, I expressed my desire to be a publisher. Up to this point, I hadn't told anything to my Bible teacher about my current situation with the law. So on the day we consider the questions, he asked the questions, right? And when we were at the end of the consideration, he looked at me and asked me just like this, "You don't have anything to tell me, do you?" Then he said, "Do you know why I'm asking you this? Turn to the book of Acts, chapter 5, and let's see what it says there." So I read the account about Ananias and Sapphira who sold some property but kept part of the money. And because of their actions, they died. It wasn't that they had lied to men, but they had lied to Jehovah. It was at that moment that I realized that I needed to tell him about my situation. I had to turn myself in, and I went back to the prison that I ran away from. So I told my Bible teacher that's what I was going to do. When I arrived at the front door of the penitentiary and the police officer saw me, he asked if I was a lawyer. I was well dressed, had a tie on. I told him, no, officer. I'm a fugitive, and I came back here to serve my time. I felt as if Jehovah had taken a huge weight off my shoulders. I felt that he was now truly helping me. After being a publisher for a few months back in prison, I expressed my desire to make a dedication to Jehovah. I received the privilege on the day of my baptism to leave the penitentiary and go to the baptism location. I was baptized, and at the end of the day, I went back to prison. After some time had passed, I received my freedom. Making the decision to turn myself in and go back to prison was the best way that I found to show my love for Jehovah. It's for this reason that I have come to the conclusion that being in prison brought me freedom.
a verdadeira liberdade.